Hey guys, Deplorable Deb. Just want to talk about something because I do get messages and some people are, again, a little worried in that. So I need to tell you what I'm perceiving from all of this, and then maybe you guys can understand. I'm sitting down because I can't dance today, maybe later, trying to get over, some of my bones and what's happening here. If we were in a normal state right now, I don't mean state like Florida, right now today, we wouldn't even be seeing on the news anything about this Mueller, investigation on this grand jury. I want to explain something to you what's happening. There's also leaks in that. See, normally, what the mainstream media did, or whoever is doing this, they put this leak out about Mueller doing this grand jury. So they put the optics out there. Oh my God, this is going against President Trump. And to get a lot of the people like us to get upset, get worried, and make this look very bad for the president. When meanwhile, this is a normal routine procedure. Listen to what I'm saying. This is not Mueller, and I'm not sticking up for him. This is not where he's going out there and he got something slam dunk on President Trump. He has to do this. He has to present what he feels to them so they, either give the approval for subpoenas or whatever, or dig more. They have to do that. Now, if this was not President Trump and his administration, we would not hear about this. But you see what's happening is these leakers want to make everything look big. Right now, normally with these jury things, these grand juries, it's silent, it's secret. Mueller just goes and does what he wants, and we wouldn't be hearing about this. It would be a normal day. And in the normal day, we wouldn't be seeing this all over the news because they did what they achieved to do. This was purposely put out because they knew President Trump yesterday was having a rally. They wanted to rain on the surprise that he was coming out with. So now what happens? That's all you're seeing on the news. Every time I turn the damn TV on, it's about Mueller and this grand jury because this is what they're constantly going to do. They're constantly going to put this stuff out to get people like me, you, and to get us scared, to keep a knot in our stomach now going forward. Like, oh, here we go again. Meanwhile, it was the same way like with Comey. He knew damn well that President Trump wasn't being investigated. And the same way I feel right now. This thing that Mueller is checking whatever is not solely about President Trump. It's about people that they want to see in his administration or during the campaign had any collusion with Russia. And collusion is not a crime. But you see, what the media is doing, they only are focusing on anything that's going to make the optics of taking President Trump down. Because if you look at even comments on Facebook, now what's happening? The liberals are coming out, okay, this is it. Here Trump is going down and that. Now, meanwhile, if the tables were turned and this was about Obama and they were doing this, we would not hear about any grand jury. We would not hear detail by detail what's happening. That's why many believe, and I believe, that sometimes they're not going to find out who the leaks are because you know what? President Trump has to get out of the White House. Did you ever think of that? President Trump has to now start taking his business. That's why I say he needs to move to Mar-a-Lago. He needs to move to a place where they will go in because you remember when Trump came out and said about wiretap? I believe it. Other people believe. I believe that the White House has been wired, been tapped by Obama. And this way, every little thing they're hearing. They don't need a person going to them. They don't need a person going to tell them. If the White House is wired and the walls are tapped now, that's it. That's what I feel. I feel that. Many other people feel that. That's why we're not finding nothing out. That's why if I believe they even hear everything President Trump talks to his wife or whatever. So please, the people out there that are getting worried because they're writing me and I'm trying to comfort them, I'm telling you, this is not a real big deal. Listen to also Jay Sukalo. He says the same thing. But what happens is the media is changing the optics to this. The media is making, like it comes out, breaking news, okay? Breaking news. Look now. We wouldn't have heard about this because this is a normal procedure. So look what happens today. This is all we're talking about. This is all even the people that are defending President Trump and his administration. So now this stays all day. Instead of covering important stuff like we do, here comes another thing about President Trump. And they're making it like he's done. It's over. Okay? He's going to be arrested. You know, I have to be honest with you. That breaks my heart when I even see somebody write that or whatever. I want to know what this man has done that he would even go to jail. How about that one? Who should be sitting in jail is Obama. You get that? Obama, Loretta Lynch, Hillary Clinton, and James Comey. And I believe, just like I posted what Steve Bannon said, probably by the end of President Trump's first term, we might even see Obama in a federal jail where he belongs and everything of his taken away. Because who should be investigated now is President Obama. Absolutely. And I hope that Democrats and liberals start to wake up and move on over to become a Republican or an independent. This way you vote the way you want. But enough is enough with this Democratic shit. And everything is against President Trump and all of this. But please, the people that are writing me, don't get scared. Do not get scared. They're doing that. Hopefully, they want this to stay for the 2018 election because, like now, even this report that his numbers are low. Screw those numbers. I've never been polled. You people really want to go and talk about his numbers are low? Who the hell's doing the numbers? Like I say, watch the people, not the polls. Polls are for strippers. You got it? Polls are for strippers.